Welcome once again to our devotion with William J. You know, every day I get up and just like you have to face challenges that I have in my life. Some things that are going on a daily basis, I don't even know how to approach them or what to do at times. And I need the Lord to be with me. And sometimes it feels like He's not. This is a good reminder, this particular devotion, so I hope it will be helpful to you. It was encouraging to me. We are looking at the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 22. And the Bible says this, "And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them along the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, that they might travel by day and by night. The pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night did not depart from them before the people." William J. writes, "The establishment of the fire and the cloud was necessary, for there was no path to the desert, and they had no maps, pioneers, or guides. But God says, 'I have not brought you out of Egypt to leave you to wander and perish in the wilderness. Behold your conductor to the rest, and the inheritance which the Lord your God gives you.' And by this they were to be regulated in all their journeying. As this rose, they rose, and as this paused, they paused. If it turned to the right or to the left, they turned. It sometimes called them to leave a more endearing spot, and to stop in a less inviting scene. But they were not at liberty to cling to the one or decline the other. The signal was instantly divisive. This pillar was obviously nothing less than a real miracle, and yet how little were the Jews affected by it. They sinned with this hovering wonder over them, and even committed idolatry. We are prone to ascribe too much effect to moral change from such supernatural appearances. They soon become as unimpressive and uninfluential as the ordinary means of grace that God uses. It was a symbol of His divine presence. The Lord was in the pillar. It was this nearness of God that ensured their safety and gave them distinction and preeminence. There He was always at hand and always in view. And Moses says, "What nation is there so great, who has God so near to them as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon Him for?" But how extensively adapted was this provision to their condition and needs. It was both a pillar of cloud and a pillar of fire to lead them in the way. The one appearance was for the day, and the other was for the night. The fire by the day would have added to the dazzling and intensity of a burning sky, and therefore the pillar was a cloud by day, and screened them a large umbrella from the scorching rays of the sun. A cloud by night would have added to the gloom, the darkness, and the dread of danger. Therefore, the pillar was a fire by night, to dry up the unwholesome damps, to warm the chilling atmosphere, and to afford them a light by which they could see to move about in their tents, and also to travel as they often did after the sun was set. If this great miracle was His wisdom and goodness, the continuance of the blessing showed His patience. For even though they proved their unworthiness and provoked the Lord to correct them on many occasions, this pillar was not taken away from them until they reached the border of Jordan and came to the journey's end. And He has a people for His name now. They are only strangers and pilgrims on earth, bound for a better country, that is, a heavenly one. This better country, or heaven, they would never reach if they were left to themselves. But they are not. The God of Israel is with them. They do not have the same proof to the eyes of His presence as the Jews had, but they have real evidence of it, and it is satisfactory to their own minds. He keeps them from falling. He accommodates Himself to their situations. He is a very present help in trouble. He makes His goodness to pass before them. He leads them by His word and His Spirit and His providence. He has also said, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." Therefore they may boldly say, This God is our God forever and ever. He will be our guide until death. So important to remember that during our difficult times, difficult decisions to make. Trust in the Lord with all of our heart, lean not on our own understanding, and know that He is with us. Thanks so much for listening in, and I hope to see you next time.